sometimes my family likes to watch, and so I like to set up. That's why I have this.
I just did my makeup in the back office.
I do my makeup in someone else's car.
You do
That's
makeup?
no, that's from Green Light by Lord.
I did not. I've known that reference.
Well, you're not as cool as me. In fairness, no, you were in high school, probably 2015 high school.
Freshman.
I don't like that at all. I don't like that you
I was
were.
a freshman in 2015.
Yeah, that concerns me. All right, mute myself. also I might forget. So sorry. No, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna keep it in my head. Hello. How good it is, how sweet it is, together on this day. How good it is, how sweet it is, to be together on this day. Hine matov umanai sheberach gam yachad. Hine matov umanai sheberach gam yachad. Welcome everyone. Hello. I'm glad to see you all. I'm glad to welcome any alumni. Welcome to Rabbi Shaw from Temple Bethel in Boca, was just here visiting. She woke up this morning in Washington, D.C., and then flew to Fort Lauderdale and then drove up. So it's been a busy day. We hope it's a relaxing Shabbat here for you. If you will please turn to page 2 for Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei HaSharet, Malachei Elyon, Mihi Melech, Malachei HaMlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Mihi Melech, Malachei HaMlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Bachuni l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Mihi Melech, Malachei HaMlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzedchem l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Mihi Melech, Malachei HaMlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Page 4 from Mizmor LeDavid. Mizmor LeDavid, Havu l'Adonai b'nei Elim, Havu l'Adonai kavod va'oz, Havu l'Adonai kavod shemo, Ishtachavu l'Adonai b'hatrat kodesh, Kol Adonai al hamayim, el hakavod hirim, Adonai al mayim rabim. Kol Adonai ba'koach, Kol Adonai be'hadar, Kol Adonai shover arazim, Vaishaber Adonai et arzei halvanon, Vayakidem kimo egel Livanon v'Sirion kimo ven Remim. Kol Adonai chotzev lavot eish, Kol Adonai yachil midbar, Yachil Adonai midbar kadesh, Kol Adonai yecholel ayalot, Vayachesof ya'arot uvhechalo kulo omer kavod. Adonai lamabu yashav, vayeshev Adonai melech leolam, Adonai Oz Le'amo Yitain. Adonai Yivarech et Amo V'Shalom. Please turn to page 5 for the Chadodi. Chadodi Kala B'nei Shabbat Kabela Chadodi Kala B'nei Shabbat Kabela Shabbat V'zachor V'dibor Echad Ishmianu El Hamiuchad Adonai Echad Ishmo Echad V'Shemo Tiferet V'Nitala V'Chadodi Kala B'nei Shabbat Kabela Mikdash Melech Ir Melucha Umiti Mito Hafecha Vavlach Shevet Ve'emek Gavacha V'Ruyach Mo Elayich Chema L'Chadodi Kala B'nei Shabbat Kabela Itoreri, Kiva Orech, Uri, Shitaberi, Kavorai Alayach, Kibla, V'Chadodi, Rakala, B'nei Shabbat, Kabela, V'hayu l'shin sashosai, V'rachaku komivalai, Yasis alayich Elohai, Kimsos katana kala, V'chadodi, Rakala, B'nei Shabbat, Kabela. Everyone will please rise and face the rear of the room, as if we're welcoming in the Shabbat bride. And on the last line, if you'll bow once to the right and once to the left. Bohi v'shalom ateret bala, gam b'simcha u'tzahala, tok emunei segula, bohi kala, v'chadodi, rakala, b'nei Shabbat, kabela. Please stay standing for the Baruch Hu. We'll start with, it's on page 6. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. Am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening to my prayer? La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? Am I awake? Am I prepared? La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la la. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed. Please be seated. I will turn to page 7 for Havat Olam. Avat Olam Beit Yisrael Amchavta Torah u'mitzvot chukim u'mishpatim Otanu limadeta Al Kein Adonai Eloheinu V'shachveinu uvkumeinu Nasiach bechukecha V'nismach b'divrei Toratecha Uv'mitzvotecha Le'olam va'ed Ki hem chayeinu ve'orech yameinu Uvahem neged yomam v'layla Ve'avatcha al tasir mimenu le'olamim Baruch atah Adonai Ohev Amoho Yisrael. Please rise on page 8 for the Shema. Many people, it is their custom to cover their eyes, to give all their intention to the prayer. If that is your custom, please feel free, but we'll all rise together and sing. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. And then finally the next line. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha B'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'otecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayahu al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha u'veitecha u'flechtecha v'derech Uvshachtecha uvkunecha uvshartam leot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot beineinecha uchtavtam al mezuzot beitecha uvisharecha. Please be seated. We turn to page 11 for Vishamru. Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat lahasot et ha-Shabbat le'torotam b'rit olam. Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat lahasot et ha-Shabbat le'torotam b'rit olam. Vain b'nei Yisrael, ohuti le'olam. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat lahasot et ha-Shabbat le'dorotam b'rit olam. Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et hashamayim ve'et ha'aretz Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat lahasot et ha-Shabbat le'dorotam b'rit olam. Uvayom hashvi'i Shavat vayinafash Shavat vayinafash Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat lahasot et ha-Shabbat le'dorotam b'rit olam. All right, please turn to page 10 for Nechamocha. I am not Jordan, which should be obvious. I'm going to try to sing it in a lower key than Jordan does because, again, she's a much better singer than I am. But we're going to do this. Who is like you, Adonai? Who is like you, Adonai? Ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, la la. Ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Miha mocha, by Miha Dona, Miha mocha, Nedar Kodesh, no rata hilo, no sefele, no rata hilo, no sefele. Ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Who is like you, Adonai? Who is like you, Adonai? Please turn to page 19 from Yishaberach. I know there's a lot of this going on, but this is something we sing for people who need healing of any variety, physical, spiritual. If the world needs healing, we all will sing, please. Yishaberach Avot Mikor habracha leimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us Yishaberach imotenu. Mikor habracha le'avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shleimah, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. I just want to talk for a little bit about the Torah portion for the week. Very late in last week's Torah portion, we were introduced to Abram, who will become Abraham later in this portion. And this week, it's a busy one. He gets married to Sarai. They deceive the Egyptian king. Sarai treats Hagar pretty badly. Ishmael is born. And then, of course, Adonai's covenant with Abraham. It's chock full of interesting little details. There's a bit of foreshadowing of the later destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah. But I want to focus on really the first two words of this Torah portion. It's Adonai's exhortation that Abram should leave the comforts of his home in Haran and move to a new land, one that is not originally named. It's the idea of walking into a wilderness. Now that you pointed out my pacing, it's in my head. Wilderness relying only on faith. And I would argue, as I was sitting down to write this, that of all the major historical figures, or the biblical figures, and it's not, Abraham is the one who most relies on faith. He trusts that Adonai will provide. It's interesting the way that this command of Adonai comes down. He just doesn't say lech, which means go. He says lech lecha. And I was, in preparing for this, I was wondering why. What do the rabbis say? And I know it will not surprise anybody that there's a multitude of opinions on why it's lech lecha and not just lech. There's not one issue on which we all are going to agree in Judaism. The most prominent issue, or prominent opinion as to why it says lech lecha, go for yourself, go to yourself, instead of just go, is that Abram had to do this to prove to himself that he could do this. He had to leave the safety of Haran for the others. for other lands that he did not know. Later, the rabbis say there are 9 additional tests that Abram and then later Abraham had to pass, including having to circumcise himself at 99 years old, which was, I assume, certainly no picnic. But there's none of that would have happened, 99 years old, without taking this first step. There's nothing, in my opinion, scarier than the unknown. Right now, I know I've talked about this before, but I have a baby. I have a 7-month-old, and we're trying to get her to sleep better during naps. Actually, she's doing much better. And we're, watching classes and watching videos. And one of the things that I learned, which you think I would have known before since I have an older child, but I guess I had forgotten at some point, is that babies are not afraid of the dark. They can't be. They do not know to be afraid. There is no unknown for them. It's either mommy and daddy are here, or most likely Mason's here because my son is her favorite, or nothing. It's only when we get older and realize that there could be something to be afraid of that the unknown becomes scary. It's interesting. It's the unknown that we always are afraid of. It becomes more problematic to fail. We know what failing means. It's challenging to move to a new hometown or to leave college and come back, go somewhere else to do something. When I left college, I moved to South Florida and became a teacher. I didn't know what that was. I was 22 years old and had long hair and a beard, and I guess I have a beard now, but it was just jumping. I thought $39,000 a year was a great salary. It's a terrible salary. Teachers should get paid more, but I digress a little bit. I'm sure, like many of you, you've found it difficult to get to a good intentional point with your prayer over the last few weeks. You might not know there's been some stuff going on, even outside of Israel. I mean, it's been a challenging week in the country for people in Maine and the Southwest coast. And the Acapulco has been destroyed, which I guess is not our country, but it's challenging. I found that my kavanah has been interrupted by all the unknowns around me. We're taking steps into the abyss. I thought about saying head first into the abyss, but I put it in parentheses to see if I wanted to say that. The tensions on campuses and cities between pro-Israel crowd and the anti-Israel crowd seem to be getting worse, not better. I'm sure we've all seen now the video of what happened at Tulane yesterday. If not, Google it, you'll find it. As we speak, Israel is invading Gaza. Literally as we speak, which of course is going to bring devastation and destruction to lots and lots of people. And still we gather, and still I pray. I still open Safaria. I'm sure if you don't use Safaria, download the app. I don't get paid for that, but just it's worth downloading. And I do my best to put myself in the mindset of wanting to communicate, of opening connection with Adonai. And oftentimes, I don't reach the level I'm hoping, not just because of what's going on in Israel, but I'm tired, or I've got 800 things on my mind, or I'm concerned the Gators aren't going to win tomorrow. They're going to win. It's okay. So I'm wearing my Gators socks because I know they're going to win tomorrow. But there is something still about the idea of just sitting down and starting to pray that's valuable. And it is, and this is, I with apologies to my father, it is like my dad says about skiing. My dad loves skiing. I love skiing. Skiing is awesome. But he says it's the only time that he can quiet his mind and focus on only one thing. And that thing is, not dying, getting down the hill. And we're a community, not just here at UCF, not just here in Florida or in the United States, that's walking into the unknown. We don't know what this war is going to bring, or what it's going to bring for Jews in America or Jews around the world. But I know that as we do, we need to take Abraham as a model and continue to have faith. Am Yisrael Chai, Shabbat Shalom. Y'all will turn to page 12, please, for Hatzi Kaddish. Yitkadav v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah Alma divrach nirute v'emlich malchute b'chayechon ufyomechon ufchayetecho Beit Yisrael bagala uvismahan kahariv v'yemaru Yeheshmei Rabba Mivorach Leolam Olam Me'almaya Yitbarach Yitbarach V'yishtabach Yitbar V'yitromam V'yitnaseh V'yithadar V'yitaleh V'yitalal Shemina Kudusha Ve'ela Min Kol B'chata V'shirata Tush B'chata V'nechemata Dahamihiran B'yalma V'yamaru. Amen. If you will please rise and turn to page 13. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu Elohei Abraham Elohei Yitzchak Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanora El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim V'Konei Hakol V'Zocher Chasdei Avot v'Imahot Umevig ula livnei v'neihem l'man shemaho b'yahava melech ozer u'moshia u'magen Baruch atah Adonai magen Avraham ve'ezrat Sarah. Turn the page. Atah gibor le'olam Adonai nechayei metim atav rab l'hoshia mashiv haruach u'morid hageshem mechakel chayim bechesed Mechaye meitim berachamim rabim Sohomech noflim verofet cholim Umatir asurim Umekayem emunato Lishenei afar Michamocha ba'al kivurot Umido melach Melech memihid Umechayeh Umatzmiach Yeshua, V'ne'eman atah l'hachayot metim. Baruch atah Adonai mechayeh hametim. Please continue silently and individually. At the end, there will be space for you to add your own prayers to work with Adonai. Please take your time, and when you are done, please be seated. Shalom Rahav al Yisrael am Tasim Leolam Shalom Rahav
Al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam.
Once more.
Shalom Rav Al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam.
Before we get to Aleinu, I'd like to offer a prayer for Israel. Avinu Shabbat, stronghold and redeemer of the people of Israel, bless the state of Israel. Shield it with your love. Spread over it the shelter of your peace. Guide its leaders and advisors with your light and your truth. Help them with your good counsel. Strengthen the hands of those who defend our holy land. Deliver them, crown their efforts with triumph. Bless the land with peace and its inhabitants with lasting joy. And let us say, Amen. Please turn now to page 20. And rise.
Aleinu l'shabeach la'adon hakol la'ateit kedula liyotzeh bereshit shelo asanu goyei haratzot velo samanu k'mishpachot ha'adama shelo sam chelkeinu kahem v'gohor aleinu k'chol hamunam v'anachnu korim u'mishtachavim u'modim Lifnei Melech Malchei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu Shehu Noteh Shamayim V'Yoser Haaretz V'Moshav Yikaro B'Shamayim Mima'al U'Shchinatu Zo V'Gavei Meromim Hu Eloheinu Ehenod Emet Malkeinu Efezu Lato Kakatu Etorato V'Yadata Hayom V'Hashevota Elivavecha Ki Adonai Hu HaElohim B'Shamayim Mima'al V'Yaharetz Mitzachat Einod V'ne'emar V'haya Adonai V'melech al kol haaretz Bayom hahu Yiyeh Adonai echad U'shemo echad.
I'm asking you to remain standing for the mourner's Kaddish. I want you to keep in your hearts people for whom, in your personal life, you may have lost. And let's just be honest, everyone who is currently being affected by what is going on in Israel and Gaza. And let's keep Maine in our hearts as well. Yit Gadal, Yit Kadash, Shemei Rabbah. Alma Tivrach Hiruteh, V'yamlich Malchuteh, V'chayachon, V'yomechon, V'chayed Zechol Beit Yisrael. Ha'agala V'izman Kariv, Yemru Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabbah, V'varach, V'olam V'omei Almaya. Yit Barach, V'yishtabach, V'yit Pa'ar, V'yit Ramam, V'yit Naseh. V'yit Hadar, V'yit Aleh, V'yit Halal, Shmei Dekudusha. V'ela Min Kol Berchata, V'shirata. Tush Bechata, V'nechemata. Da Miram V'yamam, V'yimru Amen. Yehi Shlama Rabba Min Shemaya. V'chayim Aleinu, V'yakol Yisrael, V'yimru Amen. Oseh Shalom B'Ramah. V'ya'aseh Shalom. Aleinu V'yakol Yisrael, V'yimru Amen. Please be seated. Before I end with Adon Olam, announcements. There is food next door. It is teriyaki chicken and teriyaki tofu. I'm getting a nod from Jackie in the back. Hi, Jackie. And then tomorrow, next week, the schedule is in flux. Spread cream cheese, not hate on Wednesday and Friday. So we'll be on campus. We have a tremendous amount of bagels. Tomorrow, that's right, we are tailgating at 9 a.m. For UCF's homecoming, they're playing West Virginia. That game will be over just in time for Florida, Georgia to start, so everyone can watch all of those games. Wisconsin? I don't know who Wisconsin plays tomorrow. Someone northern and cold, probably. Israel Block, well, that's in February. But if we need volunteers for Israel Block Party, the sign-up's on our Instagram. Please help, because we don't want to kill Hunter or Alyssa, who will be doing a lot of that. Anything else?
NFL Red Zone on
NFL Red Zone on Sunday.
And
Casino night on November 8th, which is
Wednesday.
a week from Wednesday. Yep. I got it. Turn to page 22 for Adon Olam.
Adon Olam, Hashem Halach, B'terem Kol, Yitzir Nivra, Li'et Nasa, V'chetzer Kol, Azar Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam, V'acharei Yichlot HaKol, Levado Yimloch Nura Adon Olam, V'hu Haya, V'hu Hoveh, V'hu Yeh B'tifara Adon Olam, Hashem Halach, B'terem Kol, Yitzir Nivra, Li'et Nasa, V'chetzer Kol, Azai Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam, V'hu Echad, V'ein Sheni, L'ham Shelo L'hachbira Adon Olam, V'li Reshit, V'li Tachlit, V'lo Ha'oz V'ham Mizra Adon Olam, Hashem Halach, B'terem Kol, Yitzir Nivra, Li'et Nasa, V'chetzer Kol, Azai Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam, V'hu Eli, V'chai Go'ali, V'tzur Chavi B'eit Tzara Adon Olam, V'hu Nisi, Umanos Li, Menakosi B'yom Ekra Adon Olam, Hashem Halach, B'terem Kol, Yitzir Nivra, Li'et Nasa, V'chetzer Kol, Azai Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam, V'ruchi, V'eit Ishan V'ayira Adon Olam, V'im Ruchi, Geviyati, Adonai Li V'lo Ira Adon Olam. Shabbat Shalom. I was focused on following what you guys are doing, and I